Three, two, one, and we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Ballcast. I'm your host, Captain Oblivious, and today I'm joined by my good friends Yash,
Hello everyone.
Aaron,
Hello.
and Volkan.
Nice to be here.
We are here today. Thank you very much, guys, for being here, first of all. We're here today to talk about the weekend games and also the games that take part on Friday and Monday. We'll cover the English Premier League. We'll cover the La Liga, Bundesliga, and the League One. We'll only cover the important games that the big teams take part in. And we'll start with the biggest event of the weekend, which is Manchester City versus Tottenham. And I would like to give my predictions and my thoughts on this first game. First of all, I think that we'll see a big surprise here. I'm sure the others don't expect that. In the chat, I would say Tottenham will actually win with a 1-2 away from home as well. I believe that. I believe Kane will surprise everyone, just score a brace. And City might come back with Gabriel Jesus or Aguero to take one back. A tough game, very tough game. This is my prediction. It's not a guarantee. Yash, what do you believe about this game? What is your prediction? What are your thoughts? Who do you think will score? Who will impact the game the most?
Well, I think it will be an easy win for City. City will be dominating the game mostly because if you count that Tottenham has their main players out, for me it will be an easy win for City, like 2-0, and it will be like Jesus and Sterling scoring.
Aaron, what are your thoughts? Your predictions on this game? Who might impact the game more than the other?
Yeah, I have to agree with Yash. I think City will be too strong for Spurs. All over the pitch. Well, I can see City's defence being their weakest point, but I think their attack just is too good, and it'll cancel out their weakened defence. I think Sterling will probably be the key player, and Aguero usually pops up with a goal, so I think that'll be it.
Yeah, I cannot disagree with that. We see City every year. They miss a single player, he gets old, they just buy the best one at the position, you know?
I think it'll probably be out, I'd say maybe 2-0 or 3-1 to City.
Oh, that's a big result. That's a good prediction, I think. City is a favorite, of course. And Volkan, what are your predictions, your thoughts on this game?
Well, I believe it will be a very tactical game. I don't believe we will see many goals. I think City is going to try to go for possession. And since Son and Dele Alli is out, I think Tottenham will try to cage themselves in their own half and try to go for those counter-attacks. I don't actually have any predictions, but I do believe that the first team that scores is the team that's going to win. So if Spurs scores first, I believe those guys are going to win. And if City manage to put a goal in first, I believe they're just going to hold possession all game. And then Spurs is forced to put men forward, and that's going to leave a lot of holes in their own half. Yes.
All right. Yeah, big game. Tough to predict. Moving on, we got Arsenal versus Burnley. And I would say that Arsenal has one of the best attacks right now in the Europe and worldwide. Like I said, Aubameyang, you have the new guy Nicolas Pepe joining in. I mean, Ezreal is still there. He's not at his best. He's past his prime, of course. But he's still there. You never know when he might pick up his game and play out of his mind. He's a little magician. All right. I think Arsenal takes this one like 3-0, like straight away. Aubameyang scores, Lacazette scores, and Nicolas Pepe might come in as a substitute actually. I don't think they will start the guy as of yet. And scores a third one by the end around 85th minute. I think Burnley is not a team that can bring any aggressiveness to the game and just blow our mind away. Like, I don't think that's a possibility. What do you think about this one, Volkan? What is your prediction?
Yes, I believe this is going to be one of these games where everyone just thinks that the home team and the best team is going to win. I believe that everyone in their minds they have that Arsenal is going to win 3-0 or 4-0. But actually, I have this feeling that it's not going to be like this way. I believe that Burnley will score an early goal and just play on counter-attack the whole game. You have seen that Arsenal, we can't deny they have a great attack, but they are actually a very unstable team. So for me, it's going to be a 2-1 victory for Burnley. I believe they will score an early goal, then they'll put 1-2 away when Arsenal is putting men forward, and then I believe that Arsenal might get one back late in the second half. But I don't believe that they're going to start this season off the best they can. I think they're going to struggle a little bit, and then maybe the midpoint they're going to turn it around. That's usually how I see them playing. Yes.
It's crazy. It's crazy how if that happens, the whole world will go mad. Like that's madness if that happens. It's absolutely crazy. But you never know. It's football. Like we've seen many, and there's yet to come. Aaron, what are your thoughts on Arsenal versus Burnley? How do you see the game going? Who's going to win, draw?
I think Arsenal, they're very good going forward, but they're very poor in defence. I think since they're at home, they will win 3-1 maybe. I think they can score goals at home. They have a good record at home, but away from home they're very very bad last year.
Yeah, that's very true.
But Burnley, like Vulcan said, they are a solid team and they can be very difficult to break down. So it will be a close game, I think, for a while. But I think Arsenal will come through in the end by 2 or 3 goals. I think Aubameyang and Lacazette up front, they're just very, very hard to stop.
So both of you say their defense is a bit poor. You don't think at all that David Luiz might come in with his experience? I think he has a 1 or 2 years still in his kind of prime time. You don't think he'll bring something new in the team that might actually turn tails to head and actually do something important and cover that void that Arsenal has for years? Vulcan?
To be honest, I think David Luiz is another Mustafi. I think he's full of mistakes, and he was like that all last year. He's had 1 or 2 good seasons, but I thought it was a rush decision to buy a defender by Arsenal, and I don't think it's probably going to help the situation because they're still going to leak goals either way.
Yeah, I would like to add in on that too. Chelsea, they did not have a good season last year. They did win the Europe League, but in the Premier League they were defensive-wise they were horrible. And David Luiz was part of that team last year. And actually, you could actually argue that they were playing poor when he was on the pitch. So I don't think he will change much in Arsenal. Maybe an attack, because I have seen him score some decent free kick goals. I believe he's mostly notorious for that. But defensive-wise, I don't see him adding much to Arsenal's defense right now. I don't even believe he's the best defender right there. I believe I should give that one to
maybe you're right. I don't know. I just believe he's a bit better than the current ones who are not the best as well. Yash, what are your thoughts on Arsenal versus Burnley? Your predictions? Do you agree with the rest of the 3 of us? Our predictions, our thoughts? What do you believe?
Well, I agree with Vulcan. Burnley is a team that they know they can't get a team straight going to Arsenal, so they will just park the bus for me and try to get one scrappy goal and then just close the game and hoping for either a draw or a win. But it will be a tough game for Arsenal. Everyone is just thinking that it will be an easy win for Arsenal, but those small teams, they just come and park the bus and get some scrappy goal, and everyone come and bash those big team for getting a draw. But it will be a tough game. So I think it will be a draw or 1-0 win for Arsenal.
All right, shall we move on? We have Southampton versus Liverpool in the same day. And Southampton has been called many times, jokingly saying the Academy of Liverpool, because Liverpool bought a lot of players, Lallana, Van Dijk, that's 2 of them. And They're away from home, Liverpool. I think Southampton might stand their ground for a bit at the start. But we saw Liverpool being shaky, the defense being too confident in the first two games against City and Chelsea. And if they keep up that pace, being all confident, and thinking that they're untouchable, they might as well lose this one. But I think Liverpool will actually manage to win this one 1-2 away from home. And we'll see after that if they learn the lesson. Yash, what are your thoughts on this one?
Well, it will be a tough game for Liverpool, especially if Adrian does not play, because I think he got an injury from a fan who's celebrating. He just came and slide tackled the poor guy. So if Adrian doesn't play and you have to count in that Firmino, Van Dijk, and those guys who played in the final, seems like you lack a lot of fitness. So I think it will be a very tough game for Liverpool, but I still think with the momentum they have, with that confidence they have, they will just win 2-0.
All right, Volkan, what are your thoughts on this one?
Well, I believe that Liverpool want to get off to a good start. You see, the first game they won 4-1 against Norwich. I believe that they don't want to do any mistakes this early, because last year they did like one big mistake and that cost them the title. I believe they want to go all out in any games this season. And I could see them winning 2-1 or 2-0. Southampton, obviously, they're a good home side. But yeah, Liverpool at the moment, they're just on another level. I believe that winning the Super Cup actually boosted their confidence, and I believe they want to continue this way. I see them getting 3 points. I can't see them losing. A draw at worst, but personally, I believe a 2-1 victory.
Aaron, predictions on this one?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with all the lads. I think Liverpool will be too strong for Southampton. I think Southampton still might get maybe the odd chance here and there, but if they take the chances, then it could be an interesting game. But I still think Liverpool might probably win 3-1. I think Mane and Salah, and I presume Firmino will be back up front. So I think the three of them, it'll be very difficult for Southampton to stop them.
I agree as well. I think those games, this game is very like Liverpool at the moment. It's out there like it's one of their all-time best moments, and I think they take this game back home. Moving on, the next two games I would like to point out before we start talking about them. We have the two black ships, in my opinion. Let's start with the first one. It's Leicester at home versus Chelsea. And Leicester, throughout the years, accumulating more power, and they're getting stronger after their small fall, winning the Premier League. That was a crazy run, of course, back then. But also we got Chelsea now on the kind of shaky moments, but they're playing very good football. I think this game goes 1-1. Leicester scores first, and then Chelsea comes back with a goal in the second half and equalizes, and everyone just stays with 1 point from this game. Aaron, what do you think about this one?
In this one, I think Leicester, they have a really good squad. I think with signing Tielemans, and then they got Perez from Newcastle. I like Tielemans a lot. I think he's a very good midfielder. But I think since they sold Harry Maguire, they never had a backup plan to replace him. So I think the defence might be lacking a small bit. But I think Brendan Rodgers is a good manager, so I think he'll do well with him. To be honest, I think I could see Leicester getting a win. I have 2-1 for Leicester. But with Chelsea at home, we're still learning the Chelsea way and how Lampard's going to do. I'm not really sure about the defenders. I don't think they really have many leaders in Zuma and Christensen. Like, they're both good defenders in their own right, but I don't see either one of them taking control. Maybe Rudiger, but I don't know if he'll be back in the squad or not. But I think Leicester will win 2-1.
Alright, Yash, do you agree so far with these two predictions, mine and Aaron's? Or what do you think?
Well, I don't agree with Aaron because I think Lampard would not want to take three losses in a row. The fan will already be putting the flag Lampard out, those banners. I don't think he will want that at the beginning, having losing three games consecutively. So I think Chelsea will play a very beautiful football, will dominate the game, and will win it like easily for me. Because the way they played against United and Liverpool, if they do the same against Leicester, I don't see them losing.
And Volkan, can you give us a conclusion of your own vision
Well,
on this game?
I think I'm going to go in the middle. I think it's personally going to be a draw. Frank Lampard, you can't deny that his team right now is playing beautiful football. But some of the players, they still don't have the experience. Like a player like Abraham, he's very good and he's very talented. Uh, but I just don't see him being the guy who's going to put the goals away. Not right now. And the team just seems kind of unstable to me. Like the in game, they could be dominating right away, but then it's just like they let it go. It's going to their heads, and I think they're going to underestimate Leicester. They just played Liverpool, and it was a very high level game. So I believe that right now Chelsea fans, they probably believe that they played the best football, and they believe that if they can play like that against Liverpool, they can play like that against any team. They probably don't expect much from Leicester, but I do believe that's going to come back and rub them off. I believe it's going to be a 1-1 or a 2-2, just a draw with goals.
Yeah, this game is very close and an overall vision as we see from all of us. Now for the last one on this match day, we have Wolves versus United. Wolves at home, of course. They are the other black sheep of the Premier League this year. They accumulate power over years, year after year. But I still believe United starting with a 4-0 win over Chelsea. Their confidence is over the roof right now. So they take this by 1-3, I think. It's I think Rashford, Martial, and the new guys, James and Greenwood, are just so fast, so pacey. Wolves won't be able to catch up with that anytime soon. Volkan, what is your thoughts or your predictions?
I believe the full-time score will be a 2-2. Manchester United have been incredible at the start of this season with a 4-0 victory against Chelsea, but they still have a new squad. Solskjaer, he still has some new systems he has to implement. I think they just need to practice that a little bit more. Maybe in mid-season we'll see them really at their full potential. But right now, I would go for 2-2 since Wolves is a very good home team. They might, for me, they still have some tricks up their sleeve. And I could actually see Wolves going for top five this season. I'll get into that later.
All right, Yash, you're the expert on this one. Tell us your opinions.
Well, for me, Wolves can beat any team in the Premier League. It's not like the case when I said Burnley knows that they can't get a win straight going to Arsenal. But for Wolves, they know if United is coming, they can get a win. If City is coming, they can get a win. It's not like they're scared of the big team. So for me, it will be a very tough game for United. But having that momentum of winning 4-0 against Chelsea, I think United will win 2-0 with Martial and Rashford scoring and James appearing around 60-65 minutes.
All right, Aaron, you're the second expert on this one. Spill the truth.
I agree with the two lads that it's going to be a very, very tricky game. Wolves are a very solid team and they're hard to break down and they're not scared of anybody. And they have a lot of top quality players who I'm surprised are actually still playing with the club. I thought they might lose one or two in the summer, such as Ruben Neves and Jota and Matinho. They have a good solid midfield. And since they bet United in the last two encounters, I'm quite nervous about this game. But I think his counter-attacking performance against Chelsea could undo Wolves in this game. It's just I'm worried about United's midfield. I don't think they have great options. I don't think they bought well in the summer in the midfield area. Since they lost players, but they didn't improve it in any way. I hope the same team plays that played against Chelsea. I hope Matic is not playing. I think he slows down the whole team. And I think it'll either be a 1-1 draw or United might nick it 2-1. I think Rashford will be a key player, and Maguire and Wan-Bissaka. I think the defence needs to be solid. And if Pogba shows up, then I think United can do it.
Yeah, I want to add to your point. Manchester United at the moment are very good in the attack, improved in the defense. But the midfield, I feel like Pogba is a bit alone at the moment, and they definitely need some more support in the center and the center midfield. And yeah, January is still an option. If somebody might just pick up his game and show up, but you never know. We'll find out sooner or later. All right, guys,
I would like
let's
to
move.
add to this.
Yeah.
I would like to add to this. If you look at Wolves, they're just like Liverpool. The passion those players give, like they play for the shot. I think that's what makes them the toughest team to play in the Premier League, because those guys give everything until the 90 minutes. It's like a win or die game for them. Each game they go.
So Wolves, like actual Wolves, you're saying?
Yeah.
We're moving on to La Liga. Now, at the moment, we're doing this pre-game podcast. Athletic Club is facing Barcelona. Do we have the score, guys? Is there a possibility we can get that in till I complete my prediction?
So it's 0-0.
0-0 still. All right. What is the minute?
They're about to go into halftime.
Thank you very much, Volkan. I see Athletic Club Bilbao is so good over the years, especially at home. They are so stable, always perform at the same levels, and not worse, not better. They're just so stable. And Barcelona will have trouble in this one. It's already in the half time, and it's 0-0. It's 0-0. It's just there. Barcelona, however, with completing their very good transfers, with Griezmann leading the banner of the new transfers, I see their attack is very good, very strong, very aggressive, and they scored lots of goals. Their midfield is still very strong. Busquets been there all over the midfield for so many years. But then I think that defense is getting very weak lately, and that's very shaky for them. And Athletic Club might actually put one in and just win 1-0. That's my prediction. What do you think about this one, Volkan?
Well, right now I can see that Luis Suarez, he has been subbed off. He's been replaced by Rafinha. I'm watching the game right now. Atletico Club Bilbao, they're sitting on the game. They're playing much better. They're creating the chances. They're overall the best side this half. Messi isn't playing due to an injury. But right now, if Barcelona they keep on going this way, I don't see them doing much this season. I know it's still early, but they weren't good in the preseason either. I was actually expecting more from Griezmann. He hasn't really stood out so far. I haven't seen him. He's not the player I've seen from Atletico. I don't know if the Atletico sent that cheap copy to Barcelona, but yeah. But right now, halftime 0-0. I believe it's going to end in a draw. I don't believe that Barcelona will go behind, but I don't believe they will score either. And I don't think that Atletico Bilbao. They know that Barcelona is very dangerous. I don't think they're going to risk too much against such a side, especially if it's their first game. So I believe they would like to get points in it. Yes.
I would like to go back to your point about Griezmann. I think Barcelona might bought him a little too late. I think buying him a couple of years ago would be at his best time in his career, and he would give way more for Barcelona than he will give from now and on till he finishes his contract or whatever he will be up to. Aaron, what do you think about Barcelona and Athletic Club's game? They are away from home, Barcelona. It sounds kind of tough at the moment for them. What do you think? What is your prediction?
Yeah, I was looking at some of the stats, and it shows Barcelona haven't had a shot on target yet. Bilbao have had 4 shots on target, but they're having all the possession. So I don't know. It looks like a tricky game. I really like your man Frankie De Jong that they signed. I think he's a great player, but I'm not sure. I don't know how well Griezmann would fit into the squad. I think this could be a draw, or maybe 1-0 Barcelona.
All right, Yash, what do you think about this Griezmann new type of era in Barcelona? What are your thoughts?
Well, I have to disagree with you, Steph. I think it's the perfect time they bought Griezmann because Griezmann is a World Cup winner right now. Like for me, he's at his peak right now. With Suarez getting old and becoming sloppy, I think they bought him and he fit exactly in the system Barcelona want. And I think he will score in that game at some point, and Barcelona is going to win 1-0.
All right, that's surprising to hear by my perspective. We'll find out as the game moves on. We'll just update you at the end of the podcast. Next game, we're moving on up to tomorrow. It's Celta Vigo versus Real Madrid. Real Madrid is missing a couple of players. Hazard is now injured. The news just came out today. Rodrigo is injured, and we've got another player that's being injured. Mendy, the left back, the new signing as well, is injured as well. So we got 3 of the new transfers are actually on the pit stop at the moment. And I believe Celta Vigo will score for sure 100%. Real Madrid been conceding very often so many goals. Last season, pre-season, the defense is very incomplete. Even though they have the big names, there's something wrong there, but I'm not the expert to solve it, but give you my perspective. I believe like signing a couple of new center backs and start rotating, that will motivate the current first 11 ones to train harder and be better, knowing that their position is in danger. And Hazard, of course, he came a bit overweight, then he got even more overweight, and that's a really bad sign for a player that's supposed to wear Cristiano Ronaldo's boots, but shows such a big inconsistent in his professional career. And 34, I think this game will end up in a 1-1 situation, and it's a draw. What do you think about this one, Aaron?
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Steph. I don't think Madrid are playing well at all. I think they're carrying too many players. I don't know what's going on in the dressing rooms. They just haven't been performing, especially last year. They had a terrible season. And when they brought Courtois in, they're supposed to stop the goals. Now there's goals going in all over them. But I don't think they'll beat Vigo. I think it could be a draw. But I see, like, Zidane is now backtracking and saying that they need Bale. So I don't know what's going on at the club, really. It's kind of all over the place. And they spent a lot of money in the summer. So you expect good results. And if he doesn't get them, then I think that white handkerchiefs will be out soon.
So what you're saying is that Zidane might getting the boot as well soon, even though he spent so much money.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think they'll sack him straight away, but he'll be under a lot of pressure if things don't start to change, because they're in a terrible state at the moment.
Yeah, pressure's rising. The water is hot. Yash, what is the situation in Madrid at the moment? They are going up against Celta Vigo, against away from home. What is your prediction on this one?
Well, I think Zidane is not a happy man with the transfers he got. He wanted Pogba at any cost, but United doesn't want to let him go, and that is actually frustrating him that they did not find a good someone like to replace Ronaldo because you see Jovic, who is still young, and Benzema not performing, and Bale ruining the mood in the squad. I think he's not a happy man at all, and he's very frustrated, and he's expecting some players to come before the transfer windows end. But for this game, it will be a very tough game with Rodrigo's injured, Hazard injured. So I think, but I still think they will manage to get like a 2-0 win.
So you say win for Real on this one?
Yes.
Yeah, but it might be. It might be. Real is Real Madrid. Let's never forget that one. Volkan, what do you think? We have Celta Vigo
Yeah.
versus Real Madrid.
Well, I believe Celta Vigo is going to beat Real Madrid 2-1. I was watching all Real Madrid's game in the preseason, and honestly, I could not see any difference between them last season and this season. Like, where are the improvements? Hazard, he was supposed to fill Ronaldo's boots. I still don't believe he's the same type of player, but he has the potential to get Real Madrid back up there. He is a very good player, and anyone who's been watching Chelsea for the past years or Belgium, they know he's one of the best on his position. But I have to be honest, like I'm actually disappointed. I don't know if it's because he's relaxing too much, but in the preseason he only scored one goal, and that was against Salzburg. And I believe the goalkeeper could have done better in that situation. Versus the big teams, he was nowhere to be seen. He also looks a little bit overweight, but I think we can talk about that later. Yes. Zidane, I don't know. A lot of fans actually they were happy when Zidane came back. He's a club icon. He won 3 Champions League in a row. But I still believe there's a lot of people that actually believe that that success had something to do with Ronaldo. So this is actually a very good test for Zidane. Was it Ronaldo getting Real Madrid, or was it Zidane, or was both of them? Are they made for each other? I think this season will prove what's really.
It will prove a point as if Real can move on finally from the Ronaldo era, you're saying.
I think they should. They have money. They have the team. I believe Perez is a good president. He is actually trying to reinforce the team, but I think he should try to listen to Zidane more. As Yash said, I think it was Yash. Yeah, was it you that said something about Pogba?
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, I do actually agree with Yash. I've read multiple places that Zidane he wanted Pogba in Madrid. And I think Zidane actually knows more about football and knows more about his tactics. So he should be able to get the players you want. I don't know if he wanted Jovic, Mendy, or Hazard. I would if I was a coach. But I don't know, do they fit in his system? Like right now, they don't look promising. Jovic is... I don't believe he's that player to replace Benzema. He might be a good substitute, but I believe that there's still some potential that he can unlock. Yes, and Hazard, he needs to find his form. I still believe it's in there, but it's time. I think someone needs to wake him up, or he needs to sit out. Even I know he's injured at the moment, but I believe that he needs to sit on the bench for a while. Maybe put Bale instead, so he knows that Real Madrid, it's not a team you come to relax. It's a team that demands the best of you now.
In England, burritos and tacos were not that famous apparently. So yeah, let's conclude it there. I believe that's very good points you guys said about Real Madrid to pick up their games and get on that level that Galactico is supposed to be. So moving on, we have the last game for the big leagues. We have Atletico Madrid versus Getafe. And before I say my prediction, I would like to say that guy Felix might be the best of the youngsters at the moment. As it stands, the guy is just proving a point over there and might just get Atletico Madrid up his shoulders and carry it all the way. They sold a couple of players. Godin is gone now as well. He was a top defender, the top center back for Atletico Madrid for years and years, so many years, I can't even remember how long the guy has been there. Now he's gone alongside Hernandez, who was very solid in the World Cup as well. And this seems like the defense might be affected a bit. They bought Trippier to cover up, and he's a very solid player. They bought him in a very good price as well. He showed very good performances with the international team. A bit shaky with Tottenham, a bit inconsistent, but I believe if he managed to concentrate on his game more, he can just become one of the best at his position. And I think Atletico wins this 2-0, maybe a 3-0. I believe Atletico will have an easy game against Getafe. Right, Aaron, what do you think about Atletico going up against Getafe at home?
I think Atletico will win. I think they have a lot of young talented players, such as Saul, Marcel, and Koke, and Thomas Lemar as well. But yeah, I think João Felix. I'm still not sure about Morata. I don't know. Like after watching him at Chelsea, it'd be interesting to see how he gets on.
I think he gets better on in Atletico because he's tall, he's strong, and Atletico is had Diego Costa for years and years, and they work out with a duo in the attack. But now they have Felix and Morata. I think those two will work out very good. Morata was very good in that Juventus at an era of his career. So I think Morata was very bad at Chelsea. He had a bad spell there. As you said, he was a bit shaky. Is there something else you want to add about this one?
I just think that they could win this one fairly easy. I think maybe 2-0 maybe. That is my prediction.
Yeah, I will agree on that one. It's Atletico. Even though they sold many players, they lost some players. Diego Simeone is very good at replacing and strengthening up the team. Volkan?
Yes, I have to agree with Fox. I believe that Atletico is going to win 2-0. They just have the better side. Getafe, to me, they're not very good in away games, unfortunately. But it just sums up the Spanish league. There's 3 or 4 good teams, and everyone else is just in the same boat. So easy 2-0 victory for Atletico Madrid. I think they'll control the game. I believe João Felix and Diego Costa are going to be the ones scoring. I actually don't remember if Costa is in this game.
No, I think he's suspended.
Yeah, he's suspended.
Yeah. So then I'll lean on Joao to score back, both goals.
Let's just move on to Bundesliga. We do this Bundesliga and French League a little more briefly. We don't have that much time left because the games are running as well. That's another game. I want to check on that one. So Bundesliga, the first game we have here is Bayern, which it's actually going on now. If you can give us an update on this one, Volkan. It's Bayern versus Hertha Berlin.
Currently it's 2-2 at the moment. Bayern is sitting. It's 2-2. There's 20 minutes left of the game. Bayern got in front early. They were controlling the game, but out of nowhere, their wayside, they just made the 1-1 there. I think Bayern tried to take control again, but it looks like there was a small error in defense, which led to them going. I think it was a small misconnection. So they're behind. They went behind 2-1. I don't have any updates on the 4th goal scorer. Just give me a sec.
Lewandowski as well. It was a penalty.
Yes, we have Leva. We had Leva again. I was only watching the first half, but yeah. Right now, I would say I believe that Bayern is going to get a late winner because they are known to do that in Bundesliga, especially when they play at home. Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy how they are. Actually, I'm very surprised by their defense being a bit dodgy on this one, and I too agree that Bayern will pull the win in the late minutes. Lewandowski will just put one in. The guy been so consistent over the year, never had a bad year. He's been there, done that. And Aaron, what do you think of this one? It's nearing its end. There's about 20 minutes left. What is your prediction?
Yeah, I agree with Volkan. I think that Bayern are just too good of a team in that league, and I could even see Lewandowski maybe getting a hat trick or Muller getting a goal. He usually pops up important goals as well. They have your man Pavard playing centre back, the France international. I don't know if they're missing players or I see Boateng is on the bench, but I think their attack is still very with Gnabry and Kingsley Coman, and they have Thiago midfield. I think they have a lot of chances to get the winner. I think they will as well.
Yeah, Pavard, he had a very good World Cup as a right back. He scored a crazy goal. I don't know, maybe Bayern, something's wrong with Boateng. Maybe he just came back from an injury and he's just taking his time coming back. Let's move on to the last one here. Dortmund versus Augsburg. How about pronounce it that one good and I didn't murder them. So Dortmund showed very good heart in the game against Bayern and actually won the Super Cup over there in Germany. And I believe this one they take it as well. Maybe with a short score of 1-0 or 2-0. I believe they win this one. What do you think, Volkan?
I believe it's going to be a very close game, but I do actually agree with you. I think Dortmund is going to win this one 1-0. But Augsburg actually had a very good preseason. I was watching the game against Galatasaray. They pull off a 4-1 victory. But again, there's much difference between the teams. I just think Dortmund is on another level. Plus, they're playing at home. They're coming in with great confidence, winning against Bayern. And they got Hummels back. I don't know if he's ready yet, but he is definitely a great asset.
Yeah, let's talk a bit about their arena. But that's not a stadium, it's an arena. The fans go crazy for their team over there. The chants are crazy. Like the signs they pull at their stadiums are incredible. It's just an atmosphere built for a team that Dortmund deserves over the years. They went through financial trouble. They came back. They strengthened up, and they kept that pace over the years, being at the top of the Bundesliga. I don't know. What do you think? It's Dortmund versus Augsburg. How do you think this one goes?
Yeah, I agree. It could be a tough game, but I think I'll be confident saying that they'll probably win about 2-0, maybe 2-1. I think they have a lot of top quality players like Rice, Götze, Brandt. They have Jadon Sancho as well, who had a great season last year. I think he's only going to get better. And they got Paco Alexar from Barcelona recently.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. Sorry for interrupting you. I'm really surprised they sold Paco Alcacer for such a price after having such a good season on Dortmund. So yeah, carry on your thoughts.
Yeah, I think he'll score a few goals, and I think they got Hazard's brother as well, Torgan Hazard. They bought him, and I think they have a solid midfield as well with Julian Weigl and Axel Witsel. I think they're the favourites to win that game.
Yeah, big favorites indeed. They are building a good squad again and slowly coming back on the scene. Let's conclude our predictions and our insights of the game with PSG versus Rennes in the League One. This game is taking place on Sunday. And I believe PSG takes this by force. They have so many players since they bought Cavani, and then the rest of the team is building around him. It's just Neymar. I don't know Neymar if he's back from the injury. He had a big injury Mbappe is there, Di Maria, Verratti, Marquinhos, Thiago Silva, you just name them. They will be all over the place in the arenas, and they win this by 4-5-0, I believe 5-4-1, 5-4-0, something around those numbers. What do you think about this one, Aaron?
Yeah, I agree. There's not many games that they tend to lose in that division. But I don't know what. I don't think Neymar is going to play anyway. It seems like he's getting fairly close to the door now at this stage, with Real Madrid and Barcelona trying to get his signature. But yeah, I think easy winners. I'd say but probably around 4-0.
Yeah, Neymar is over there, and then you have Barcelona and Real Madrid like hyenas. I agree on the result you're saying, and Volkan, I want to conclude this the match predictions with your last prediction on this one.
Well, I pretty much I agree with you too. I believe PSG is going to win this one. I actually believe that Rennes is going to score. It's because PSG, they let in a lot of goals. I don't know what's going on with the defense. They need to sort it out. But they do actually, if you check the stats, they do actually let a lot of goals in. And if you look at the teams they're playing against, it's not the greatest teams they have. If you look at the last 5 games against Rennes, they've conceded in all games too. So that's something to put in. Neymar I don't think he's playing right now. It looks like he's about to change the team. But I believe the player who's going to stand out in this game is going to be Mbappe. He wants to show PSG that he's the prince of Paris. Obviously, Zlatan being the king, but yeah, I do believe he wants to show them that they don't need Neymar. He's there. Cavani is there too. Yeah.
Cavani is a pioneer always. He's been there in Uruguay. Whenever he plays, he's a leader. He's a leader of men.
Yes.
Alright, before we close, I would like an update if you can, guys, on Athletic Club versus Barcelona. Do you have an update on this one, on that one?
Yes. Minute 55, 0-0.
Alright, so they still go on a draw, and the Bayern.
2-2, minute 81.
Alright, so there's still time. Alright, guys, thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Yash. Thank you, Volkan, for being here. And for the people, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please share it, leave a like, and subscribe to our channel for more. And it was the Ballcast. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along.